Alright guys, today we're going to replace the Purge Solenoid on my 2007 Chevy Suburban. I've been had a code P0442 for like the last 6 months, 6 to 8 months, and I've been too lazy to do anything about it. I've just been resetting it and going about my business, and it's there probably about 2 weeks or so. But here lately it's been coming on maybe every week or so, every time I reset it. So I set up aside to do something about it, and come to find out that this Purge Solenoid is very easy to change. It's only it takes about 5 minutes. You only have to unhook 2 hoses and a power wire right here, and it pretty much comes out. So we're gonna get started on that and see if we can get this done real quickly. And first I'm gonna show you where it's at, because it took me a second to figure out where this was located. On this 2000 Chevy Suburban, this is a 5.3 liter engine, and the Purge Solenoid is located right behind the alternator up under this cover. So the first thing we want to do is get this cover out the way before we can get to it. And all you do is just pull up on it, and it just pops out, and you just slide it out. So like I said, right now you can't see it, but it's behind the alternator up under this wire harness. So we're gonna move you into a position where you can see where this Purge Solenoid is at. As you can see right here behind the alternator, up under this wire harness, is that Purge Solenoid. Just trying to get where you can see the front, and this is the back here, and this is the electrical connection that we got to disconnect to get the new one in. Okay, on the Purge Solenoid, to get the back hose off that goes to the gas tank, it's got this little white clip, and all you have to do is try to get that clip centered, not all the way down, not all the way up, but centered, for it to get over the lip of the solenoid, and it just pops off. Like I said, it's a small little clip, and you got to get it to be middle around this little lip here on this solenoid to get it off. So make sure you don't drop that clip, because it just fell out just then once I took it off. But like I said, then it's got this electrical connection back here in the back, and all it's got is a little flip up little tab here on the front of it, and it just slides out the back. Like I said, it's just a little tab here. You just pull up on it and pull it out. So we got those connections done in the back. Now we got to get the connection in here in the front, and this is kind of tight. Let me move you over so you can see what I'm talking about. Try to move this harness out the way so you can see. This connection has a little push tab on the bottom of it, and you can push it out to get it to come off of that solenoid, little lip on that solenoid. This part on that solenoid, it's a little, but I'll show you that once I get it out. Then to get the actual solenoid, it's on a little metal clip that's standing straight up off the fuel rail that's holding it on, so you won't be able to pull it off without getting a screwdriver. And on the metal piece of this solenoid holder, it's got like a little flap. There's like a little tab that you want to push down before you can pick that solenoid up, and it should slide off there. Okay, it should slide off there before you can get the solenoid off. And like I said, you want to match up the new solenoid and the old solenoid, and they both look the same. So the steps are just as easy to go back, but I want to show you this clip, this little, let's see if I can take it off of this side. So on the bottom, what I was talking about on the bottom here, it's a little, like a little tab that you push down and it opens that up to slide off the solenoid. So, but that's on the bottom, so just remember that little tab right there is how you get it off of that solenoid. So since I got this off, and where I got this from was just over here, it snapped on top of the valve cover, not valve cover, but the intake here behind the throttle body. I just pulled it off, so don't know if that's broke or not, but it came straight off. But since we got it off, we're gonna get the new solenoid with the gray. This is the front of it, facing in the front of the truck. We're gonna go ahead and slide this on. Make sure we pull in the tab and get it to go all the way on. It clicks. So now we want to turn this back around so we can get it to slide on this bracket. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring you in a little bit farther so you can see this bracket. This is the bracket I'm talking about that the solenoid sits on. And to get that solenoid off, it's a little, the centerpiece here, you just want to drive a screwdriver down the back of it. When the solenoid is on, just drive a screwdriver down the back of it. It'll release the solenoid and you can pull up on it. So we just want to put that back on it. Like I said, you just have to finagle it back. There you go. I'm gonna make sure this other side is in good. I'm just trying to push the solenoid down for it to click back in place. Okay, now that I got the solenoid back in, clip back down, I had to pull that little centerpiece that's in that holder, push it out for it to clip in, because when I put the screwdriver down in there, it bent it out and it wouldn't hold it, wouldn't click in, so you might have to bend it back for it to snap in. So once I got it snapped in, I want to put the electrical connection back in the back. Then I want to get my clip and put it back in the bottom of the holes here, and we just want to get it centered up again, and it clips on just that easy. So now it won't come back out, and we got everything clipped in, and that's pretty much it. That's how easy it is to change the purge solenoid on your Suburban, your 2007 Suburban. So we're gonna put the top back on and button everything back up, and we'll go inside and we put the scan tool, well, not a scan tool, just a little code reader on it, and see if we can get that light to go off. Okay, now we inside the truck. Before I cut it on, I do have my engine light on right now, but like I said, I don't have the car started yet, but just to let you know, the engine light is on. So I want to see if that engine light would go off by itself without me having to reset it. I don't think it will, but I just want to try it since we're here and looking at it. So I'm gonna start the truck up, and see if that engine light actually goes off. It doesn't seem to be going off by itself. But that's okay too. I didn't think it would. I mean, it probably had to go through a driving cycle before, or it had to purge that the gas fumes out before we actually know it's working. But I got almost a full tank right now, so I don't believe it's gonna do anything right this minute. But I got my scan tool hooked up to it anyway. Let me come back here, and what we're gonna do is, first off, we're gonna turn the truck back on just without starting it. We're gonna read the codes, and it's doing this little thing. Exit out of that. And one other thing I want to show you on the freeze frame, like I said, I did this last week when I reset the engine light, and I noticed it only came on, the actual engine light only came on when I was below half a tank of gas. And I'm just gonna try to stroll through this, and should tell me how much gas I had in here when that, yeah, right here where it says fuel level output at 43%. I believe that is how much gas I had in my tank when it engine light actually came on. Because like I said, this is the freeze frame data for when the code set that 442. So I say that just because last time it was at 40% that the actual engine light came on. Now this time it's at 43, and I believe it's coming on because, like I said, with a tank, your fuel tank is half full, so it's got more area for fumes and all that kind of stuff to have to vent out. Then when it's full, it's less area that fumes can build up, and they have to actual vent out. So your purge solenoid is going to work harder or more when you're at less than a half a tank of gas, because it's got so much area to vent those gas fumes. And plus, you know, gas is sloshing back and forth in your tank, which makes it, you know, more fumes. So I just wanted to look at that real quick before I went any further, before I erased this code. So I'm just gonna go back out, and I'm gonna go, and first off, we're gonna read the code just to let you guys see it is a 442 evap system leak detected, a small leak. So we're just going to go ahead and erase that, and we should be good. Like I said, if it comes back on here in the next day or two, I will make sure I add it to the end of this video, which hopefully that fixed my problem. So we're just going to go back up and read codes and make sure no more codes are left. Okay. So we're going to start up. Let's make sure the engine light goes off, which it does. Alright guys, I hope that helped someone be able to replace the Purge Solenoid in a 2007 Suburban. But like I said, that should work in many years up or down. Like I said, mine is a 5.3 liter, and it didn't take me 5 minutes to do. And if I wasn't videoing, it probably wouldn't take that long. But Other than that, guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you have any comments, please leave them below. And one other thing, I do have another channel that I do my hunting and fishing videos on. If any guys like the hunting fishing thing, make sure you go over and check out The Bass Hunter on YouTube, and I'll leave a link below. Hopefully I can get that link together, leave it below for you guys to go check that other channel. So, but other than that, guys, I appreciate you watching. Until the next video, we out. Thank you for watching.